I'm Tim Malloy with the Palm Beach Civic Association. It is Saturday, March 21st. Here is our update in conjunction with the town of Palm Beach, with whom we're working very closely. Let's start with the Palm Beach Police Department. They inform us, and thereby you, that there are people walking around town here posing as COVID-19 testers. What they have an eye on is your belongings. There are no tests being done at all in Palm Beach right now, unfortunately. And these people are certainly criminals, so you should be aware of that. For sure. We also want to emphasize that there's a healthy rumor mill being generated by this, quite unhealthy in its own way, numbers flying around. The fact is, in the town of Palm Beach, there has been no testing, so there is no accurate number on the number of people who have tested positive for COVID-19. We know of only 3 people who are possible cases in the town of Palm Beach. Now, there's new information from people in multi-family dwellings, a lot of them on the south end and here in town as well. So the town has detailed some important information for you on that, and here that is. Common gathering areas like fitness areas and activity rooms should be closed for public use until further notice. If swimming pools remain open, all people should remain 6 feet apart in the water and on the pool deck. Building staff and residents should disinfect any touch points like pool ladders and pool railings. Chairs on pool decks should be positioned in a manner to maintain appropriate social distancing. All preventive maintenance that has been scheduled should be postponed or canceled. Residents should take turns using elevators to ensure that social distancing is maintained. Post signs urging residents to watch for signs and symptoms of COVID-19: fever, cough, malaise, diarrhea, shortness of breath. Post signs in common areas with reminders to owners of the steps which owners can take to assist in mitigating the spread of infection, including social distancing, frequent hand washing, covering all coughs. Urge residents who have frequent visitors to limit or reduce guest visitation. Curb any potential Airbnb or frequent rental activities. Encourage residents to stay home when they're sick. Encourage staff to do the same. Make sure you've updated emergency contact information for all owners, including any residents who may be vulnerable. Once again, we just want to emphasize that the rumor mill is stupid and dangerous, and we're advising everyone just don't do it. Here's what we know for sure as far as the numbers go to this date on Saturday. There's 658 cases of the COVID virus confirmed in the state of Florida. There are 45 in Palm Beach County. There are 3 possible cases in the town of Palm Beach. There are no deaths in Palm Beach County or in, obviously, the town of Palm Beach. Now, as you well know, that Maggie Zeidman has a long background in nursing in New York City at Lenox Hill Hospital, head of nursing there. And of course, she is our council member who daily has been giving us fresh updates on what to be concerned about, what to do to how to chill out in the midst of all this, and keep you up to date on what the town is doing. So let's go to Maggie right now.
Good job, everyone. The town is quiet, and that's thanks to you, because you've listened and you've done what you needed to do in order to reduce the transmission of this very contagious virus. So I just want to make special note of that. It's working, it's happening, and I hope that it keeps us safe. I hope that we don't follow that trajectory that we're so concerned about, what's going on in Italy, Spain, and France. Today, I want to talk to you about the fact that we don't have enough equipment. That's why it's important that we flatten the curve and that we do our part, which is what you're doing. There's not enough of anything. Not enough masks, not enough gowns, not enough respirators or ventilators, not enough ICU beds. And when nurses and doctors get sick or paramedics get sick, there's not going to be enough nurses, doctors, or paramedics either. I want to give you a little glimpse today into what it's like on the front line of a New York City hospital. And we're very fortunate that Debbie and Michael Pasillo have shared with me a letter that their daughter, Dr. Laura Pasillo, wrote to them, an email. Debbie and Michael shared this email, and I think it's going to touch your heart. Laura was born and raised right here. Her family has long roots into this community. And both Michael and Debbie have served the people of this town in many ways. In fact, Michael was president of town council when I first came on the council. And I always knew I could look to him. I've said it many times. I always knew I could look to Michael to find a solution to the problem. Today, Debbie and Michael provide us with a window into what it's like for a young doctor to be in the middle of this pandemic. I'm going to quote from the letter that Laura wrote to her parents. She says, "The ER has become an unrecognizable triage zone, separated into COVID positive and COVID negative. The mood here is tense, and the patients are scared." She also says, "Though times are scary, I am reminded that I have a family to miss and a job I really love, even when it is a scary place to be." She personally is witness to the shortage of equipment, and Laura asks her parents to tell anyone who is asking, tell them to stay home. Our town government has done what it can. It took steps to protect us through the town manager, the mayor, the council, and the staff that are working so hard every day. And you, my friends and neighbors, you're doing your part too. You are staying home. And so far, we seem to be very quiet in town, and I'm very proud of that. In closing, I just want to show you something that one of our local markets is doing, and I know Publix is doing much of this also, social distancing. But here's what Amici Market came up with. If you go there, you will be 6 feet apart. So even our town businesses are working hard to do exactly what they've been asked to do, to reduce the transmission rate, to also supply us with the services that we're so used to. And so I want to thank all of you for heeding the warning and for doing your part. You've really taken this on as your personal responsibility. So stay well, don't get sick, stay home. Thank you, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe not until Monday. We'll see. Have a nice weekend.
Once again, Civic Association working very closely with the town, the police, fire, rescue to get you the latest information as quickly as we can. That is our update for today. It can always be refreshed through the day. So go to the Town of Palm Beach website or palmbeachcivic.org for that. And again, we advise, as we always have here, these are the very early stage of this. It's going to get worse, but we are getting more information by the day. Clearly, the White House has generated a lot of energy into getting testing kits and obviously working on some sort of remedy for the people who are ill, but we've got such a long way to go. I'm Tim Malloy with the Civic Association. Be calm, stay healthy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.